The Mel Brooks Collection Blu-ray box set is one of the best Blu-ray collections that any comedy fan can ask for. Mel Brooks' name is pretty much synonymous with comedy, and this box set just goes to show why. Included in the set are 9 of Mel Brooks' films. They start with The 12 Chairs and continue with some of his biggest hits, such as Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein. Then you delve into Silent Movie and High Anxiety, before you get to History of the World Part 1, another one of his most popular films. That's followed by To Be or Not to Be, and the set is finished out with some of his more recent films. Recent in terms of the past 20 years or so, Spaceballs and Robin Hood Men in Tights. Now, I'm not going to go so far as to say that every movie in this box set is genius, but there are a lot more great movies here than there aren't. Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, History of the World Part 1, Spaceballs are all pretty much comedy classics. I know some people could argue Spaceballs, but somebody who grew up with it, to me it's a comedy classic. Robin Hood, Men in Tights, while it's a little more recent, it's a little more pop culture driven, I have to say it is a movie that I get quite a kick out of and I enjoy quite a bit. Even the rest of the movies, Silent Movie, High Anxiety, To Be or Not to Be, none of them are what I would consider his greatest works, but all of them are at least somewhat enjoying. They're enjoyable. There isn't really a bad film in the bunch. You might be asking yourself if you need a Mel Brooks collection on Blu-ray. After all, there was a DVD box set just 2 years ago that also included the same films and is quite a good DVD set. And the audio-visual portions of the discs here are actually a little bit surprising in a way. They're better than you might expect them to be. The films in this set range a course of some 40 years, and so while not all of them are the sparkling definition of what high def really is, there isn't a film in the set that looks bad, and some of them look downright amazing. Movies like Young Frankenstein certainly have never looked better than they do here, even in black and white. Spaceballs, Men in Tights, and the more recent films, of course, look a little better than some of the older films, but overall, it really is nice to see these movies in high definition. They do look pretty good overall. Additionally, the soundtracks are also pretty solid. Now, here you're dealing mostly with Mel Brooks comedies, so it's about dialogue, music cues, people acting silly. With the exceptions of some of the more action-based sequences in Spaceballs and Robin Hood Men in Tights, you really don't get a lot of surround sound out of the mixes, but everything sounds good. The dialogue is clean and clear, the music is placed where it should be. In the scenes where there are sound effects, they do work nicely. So while these aren't the most bombastic, active, immersive soundtracks you could ask for, they fit the films extremely well, and that's really all you can ask for. Okay, if I was to go through and list every single extra feature in this box set, we'd be here for an hour, and nobody wants that. Suffice it to say that any of the previous edition of the DVDs that have come out, all of those extras are included in this box set. To break it down for you and summarize it, I'll give you what it says on the box. You get 7 featurettes making of documentaries, 6 all-new featurettes on top of that that are exclusive to the Blu-ray set. There are 4 all-new trivia tracks, which are the text tracks that played during the movies. You get 5 isolated music tracks, commentaries on some of the films, there's interviews, there's more making of featurettes, there's stills galleries, and then of course the kind of the nice thing for the Brooks collector that was missing from the DVD box set is the gorgeous 120-page hardcover book that goes through most of Brooks's career, is filled with full color and black and white photographs as well as actual text talking about Brooks and his career, and it's really a fantastic book. The whole set is a nice big size box set, similar to some of the previous ones that have come out, some of your TV on DVD complete series. It's that size, about the size of a notebook or a folder. It weighs several pounds, and it really does offer a lot of bang for its buck. So without a doubt, the Mel Brooks collection comes highly recommended.